balls and feet. There's a PK in the box. You gotta shoot it the right way. You wanna be with me. Gotta play with balls and feet. There's a PK in the box. You gotta shoot it the right way. Welcome back to the Footy Fetish Show.
Damn.
Rocking with some Christina today. We're going from Brittany to Christina. Shit. Does Paris Hilton do anything? Maybe we should get her on here.
There's someone else, like Pink, maybe?
Some Pink.
Damn.
I'm down with Pink. She does some crazy shit.
You did the Spice Girls, too.
Did some Spice Girls. We're keeping the ladies live and kicking.
Yeah.
Especially the old ones from the 90s. Just kidding, ladies. Ladies don't get old. We know. Q, before we start it off, you want to hear a joke?
Of course.
It's coming home. It's a good one. It's been going around.
Where is it coming, though?
It's coming to Rome, baby. It's still Rome. It's still there.
Italy.
It's still there.
I love how the Italians have not let up with the celebrations.
No. I keep coming up. We keep scrolling through the Insta.
Just
new
nonstop.
shit every day.
Nonstop.
Every day. I can't stop posting. Can't do it. Can't do it. Well, we're about to do a little something special here, folks. We did it once before. First of all, before we get into that, it's your boy Booty. It's your Booty. Live and kicking. We're back with the Ocho.
Back on the mic with the Mike Daddy. Mike Daddy, as always, pleasure. Very excited for this special episode. We did this once before.
Yes.
Explain how we're going to do this one.
This is super fun. We say it's going to be quick. It usually isn't, but it's still fun. PTI, for any of you folks out there who have seen the show PTI with Will Bond,
yeah.
Kornheiser. They do a fantastic job of it. We're going to try to replicate it. We will have a couple of different topics. Of course, we're going to stick with the Champions League since it is coming up, and that's what we do here at the Footy Fetish Show.
Yeah.
We're going to go through some transfers for those teams. We're going to go through some buy or sell. We're going to throw up a couple hot takes, and we're going to pass it around the room and see what we think about it. Each of us are going to get 2 minutes to respond. It looks like 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
Yeah.
2 minutes and 10 seconds to respond, and then we go on to the next topic. We'll see what we're going to do here. But before we do that, we got to have somebody help us do it.
Yeah, we do.
Who are we going to help do it? Somebody who hasn't been on a show in a while.
We've got one of my favorite fellow coaches all the way out from Tennessee, Zach Daly, the Man City fan. Welcome back.
Thanks. Real quick, not City.
Sorry, fellas. Sorry, my bad. I had to. Zach is actually a Manchester United fan. Had to just rib him a little bit there because, man, you are just looking too good right now. How you doing, Zach?
I'm doing well, guys. Ready for this late night special. So
Hell yeah.
It should be fun.
Fucking right.
Always a pleasure to have Captain America on with us.
Hell yeah.
Mr. USA himself.
That's right, man. We got to get you back on to talk about the USA because it's been interesting what they've been doing. They've actually, I feel like they're creating like a European roster and then an MLS roster so they can evaluate more talent and then build like a super combo roster. Would you say that's accurate?
Yeah, I think what you're seeing, though, is, especially with this summer, everything's kind of gotten into a bunch, is you've got like the Nations League, which the U.S. beat Mexico over, and then you've seen this other roster that's heavily probably MLS young players in the Gold Cup right now with a couple still European-based players, but it looks like they're using especially the Gold Cup to kind of find out those last probably 6 to 8 roster spots going into World Cup qualifying.
Can't wait for the World Cup qualifiers.
That was well said because we're so annoyed every time we see a lineup that doesn't have our boys in it for U.S., you know?
Yep.
And
I get
it's
it.
like, God damn.
It makes sense. I feel like I read that from Berhalter.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure he's getting a ton of heat. Like, why are you doing this? And he's like, look, I'm trying to evaluate the MLS players. This is the perfect tournament. The competition is low. There's only a couple of teams that are really threatening. This will let everyone get some confidence, get some minutes, and then we can really build a team. Now, the challenge for me is how are you going to combine these two sets of teams so that the chemistry works? Because I feel like the speed of play and the technique of these European players are just so much higher than these MLS players. That's another discussion for another day, but that's a concern that immediately popped into my head because Vinny Barada brought that up one episode.
Yeah.
That's the biggest challenge. How do you
Vinny said
combine
that.
these two teams,
Yep.
these two sets of teams? You got MLS and Europe. So
That's why he gets paid the big bucks, and that's why his job is on the line daily.
That's
Speaking
right.
of daily, Zach, you had something to say?
Yeah, just a quick end on that. You got to keep in mind too that these players aren't, their contracts are not with U.S. Soccer; they're with their clubs. So Chelsea probably wouldn't have let Christian Pulisic play in both these tournaments.
True.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to keep that in mind too when you see this. It's a different story with qualifying, but with these two tournaments, you kind of have to keep that in mind as well.
Very true. Yeah. Well said. Well,
Ready to kick it off?
let's get into some
Let's kick it off, baby.
footy fetish PTI version.
So we're gonna do some transfers that have gone down, transfers that are in session, in talks. We're gonna talk some rumors. I love rumors. There's always a truth to a rumor, right? Oh, here we go. First of all, we're gonna pass it to Ocho for the first question. Big ballsy transfer news coming your way. So we have to talk, since we're going to go to Ocho, we got to talk Milan, right?
First year back, very excited. You want me to hit the starter?
Not yet. We're going to talk. First, I'm going to say who's out, who's
Okay,
in
good.
for each of these teams we're going to throw up.
Cool.
And then hit that timer. We're going to let you go. You ready?
Yep.
So, out for AC Milan. Donnarumma to PSG. Çalhanoğlu to Inter. Ouch. That one hurts, I know. We'll get to that in a second.
No loyalty.
The ins for AC Milan. Looks like the Tonali deal's official.
Official.
Dudu Giroud. He's there.
So happy.
I think
I got a new nickname for him, by the way.
This would be a good pairing with him and Ibra, I think.
Yeah.
It'd be nice. And Brahim Diaz.
Brahim.
Why can't I say it? Brahim Diaz. Can't read today. So, out of all these, Hugh, hit that clock.
Boom.
Who was the biggest move for Milan this offseason?
This one's tough. You did miss one.
Okay, go ahead.
And this is actually the most expensive Serie A signing. This is Fikayo Tomori, who we had on loan from Chelsea. It was a loan with an option to buy. I think we spent like 28 mil on him. We bought him. Most expensive transfer in Serie A, but I think Juve is going to be the next with your boy Locatelli. Who is the biggest move for Milan? I'd say it's Tomori because he was 28 mil. I'm going to follow this question up. Who is the most important? I think I'm also going to say Tomori, but right behind him, I'm going to say Woohoo Giroud. New nickname there. Because Zlatan has shown us that he cannot go a full season. And this upcoming season, it's going to be even harder for him. There's going to be 38 weeks in Serie A. There's going to be Coppa Italia. And now that we've finally gotten back in the Champions League, that's going to be another 6 games at least.
Yeah.
So it's good to have someone like Woohoo Giroud because it's almost the same player profile. Technical, winner, big number 9, knows how to hold the ball up, and is really good with aerial duels. When Zlatan is able to do all those things, Milan have a lot of success in attack because then all of our skilled players from behind, like Hakan Çalhanoğlu last year, were able to have a lot of success going forward. So to have a backup, I think they're not going to be playing a lot together. I think they're going to be rotating a lot to kind of save their legs. To have someone that you can sub in for Zlatan and immediately make an impact is going to be massive for us. Also, very glad that Hakan is gone. Hate to see him go to Inter of all teams, but Brahim Diaz, we just secured him on a 2-year loan. That is very exciting for us because Pioli started to trust him towards the end of the season last year, and he really shined. He's a very technical player. We're going to slot him right in at the center attacking mid. He's going to go great playing underneath Zlatan and Dudu Giroud. Sorry, Woohoo Giroud. Got to get used to that. There it is. Wow.
And there it is.
So, there you have it. Biggest move, Tomori. Most important, I'm going to go Giroud, just because we need that extra player.
Okay.
This next question is for Zach, but I'm going to announce who is out, who is in. So, out, you have Junior Firpo. He's going to Leeds. Really cool.
For Barca, by the way.
Yes, from Barca. Thank you. Didn't say that. Bigger news, though, will be the in crowd. Sergio Aguero from City. Memphis Depay from Lyon. Eric Garcia from City. And Messi possibly extending his deal for another 5 years. Question for you, Zach, starting the timer up.
Yeah.
Will Barca find its way back to the top of La Liga?
So I guess we define the top as you've got Atleti, Barca, and Real, and so they're going to be fighting for top two positions. The struggle becomes, you've got Messi, who's always going to be Messi for a little while now. You bring in an older Sergio Aguero, which probably will do well in Spain. It's more of a technical. He's not going to get beat on as much as he did in the Premier League. And the one I'm excited for is Memphis. Really liked him at his time at United. Did really well at Olympic. Was really happy to kind of see him kind of grow. Looked good at times in the Euros. So he's coming to come play for a Dutch manager with Ronald Koeman. Good to see that they're upgrading at center back with Eric Garcia as far as age goes, and kind of watch the development there because he's only 20. But and as far as good to see Firpo going to Leeds. So we'll be keeping an eye on that one too. But yeah,
can I give you a follow-up question?
Yeah, absolutely.
What are your thoughts on Griezmann? The Griezmann for, I think it's Saul transfer, the trade. Do you think that'll go through?
I don't know. Like August is going to be a really interesting time. Griezmann, that would take him back to Atleti, right?
Yeah.
And so I could see him wanting to go back. His time at Barcelona hasn't been great. He's not really been the out-and-out star there. And really during the Euros had an okay tournament. So it could be a way for him to kind of go back and get with those players there at Atletico. Saul I've not seen much of, to be honest. So it could be a good swap just to get a little bit younger player in for Barcelona.
Very well said. Last one for you. Mm-hmm. Does Messi re-sign? It's not official. Does he re-sign?
Yeah, I think he re-signs. Probably plays out 2 years and transfers to MLS.
I think so too.
Yeah,
I think he totally. There it is. Yeah, I totally. Boo, do you think he re-signs?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he already did. Yeah.
I don't think
not
it's
official.
Not pen to paper, but yeah.
Everyone's very confident, quote unquote.
Oh, I got you.
You know how that goes. Zach, why don't you read the outs and ins for Bayern, and then that question over to Booty.
All right, Booty. So out we've got Javi Martinez, David Alba, Jerome Boateng. In we got, oh man, I'm gonna struggle with this. Up Mincanto from Leipzig.
Upamecano.
Nailed it. That's what I thought I said.
Yeah, that's what we heard.
Yeah. So, Booty, who will have a better season? Upamecano at Bayern or Alba at Madrid?
Timer.
What a question.
Jeez.
It's almost like I came up with it.
I spent a lot of time writing it.
Are you prepared for this one?
Yeah. I'll tell you what. I'm going to go Upamecano only because if you look at everybody that's around him at Bayern, there's a lot more opportunity for success there to make. There's a lot of teammates that are going to make him look better, right? So you got Kimmich, you got Davies, right? You got Neuer in the back. Upamecano makes a mistake. One of those guys is gonna help out. Now, on the other hand, you look at Alaba, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what Madrid's up to. We're gonna get to that in a minute. This offseason, but Alaba's gonna have a lot of opportunities to play multiple positions, which he already does, right? So he can play the left back, he can play the center back, he can play a little mid, he can play a little wing. Right. I think they might have to use him at almost all those I just mentioned, because now you think about it, Madrid's back line. Totally done. Ramos gone. Varane gone.
Yeah.
So there's two opportunities there for him to play center back, right? It's all going to really depend on where they want him to play and where he's going to find success. Center back. Yeah, I think so too. But that being said, I think Upamecano's on a better team right now, and I think there's going to be a lot of help he's going to have because, to be honest with you, the last few times I watched Upamecano play, he's gotten shook a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't looked good.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like you can get away with that at Bayern, and you're not going to be able to get away with it at Madrid at the moment.
We saw Alaba get away with it.
Correct.
He wasn't the best center back, and we saw moments where he was a little his inexperience shown through.
Yep.
Follow-up question.
Yeah.
What determines success for you as a center back?
That W.
Just W's.
That W.
What about like clean sheets, goals against, any of that? Just W's.
Give up 3 goals, score 4. Nobody talks about it. Give up 3 goals, score 2. everybody's talking about it.
That's right.
So, hey, if Louis keeps doing what he's doing, it might not be a topic of discussion.
It might not be a topic.
Exactly.
All right.
Stay on top. Don't let Dortmund catch you, which that's going to be interesting because we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm going to go Meccano for now.
You know what? Can I answer?
Yes.
I'm going to go Alaba.
Yeah?
Yeah, at Real Madrid.
Do you think they'll be able to find
I think they're cooking some stuff back there that we don't know. I think Ancelotti's cooking back there, right? New coach.
Great chef.
Great chef.
Mm-hmm.
Booty, I'm going to read off the ins and outs for Dortmund.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to throw you this question as well. Keeping you honest with the German league for us.
Let's do it.
Got a superstar here in the making. Daniel Malen from PSV. Killed it last year in the Eredivisie. Somalia Koulibaly. Wow, really struggled on that one. Paris Saint-Germain. Koulibaly. Do you know what position he plays? I know this name.
He's a youngin.
Sumaila Koulibaly from PSG. Out, you've got Lucas Piszczek. Jadon Sancho.
Oh.
The ink
is dry.
Thank you. Question for you, Booty.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Our boy, when I said he's a youngin', by the way, he's actually 43. So
who's youngin'?
Our boy.
Who?
Koulibaly.
Koulibaly?
Yeah.
What?
You just said Koulibaly.
Yeah, this guy's 43?
43. Yeah.
From PSG?
Yeah.
Yep. Are you sure it's the same guy?
Yeah, he's from Mali. Somalia Koulibaly. Yeah.
That's a weird transfer if he's
It's
43.
a fucking weird transfer.
All
For
right,
Dortmund
anyway.
especially, too.
Moving the question over to you. Get the timer ready.
Yes.
Bringing in Malen, is it time to sell Holland? I did that rhyme on purpose, by the way.
What a question.
What a question.
Well, first of all, before we jump into that, give Dortmund some cred yet again for finding a diamond in the rough. It's what they do. They find the cheap bargains.
Bro.
They turn them into gold. It's what they do. Name a player. They've done it. Aubameyang. Holland right now. Right?
Your boy at Barcelona. Dembele.
Sancho.
Coutinho. No, sorry.
Lewandowski.
Who's another one? Lewandowski.
Get him on the cheap.
Royce.
Flip him for triple. So,
Sheesh.
I got to say, probably right now, best front office in the sport. I know that's a hot take, but I feel okay with it. I feel like I don't get burned on that.
Oh, actually, can I just jump in?
Yeah.
They just had Transfer Market just made a graphic today that had, since like 2012, who has made the most money. Benfica. Yeah.
I can see that too.
Is it Benfica? The Portuguese were.
So they just got money for João.
Yeah, okay, so it is Benfica.
Yep. Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
Dortmund were in there. They were in the top 10. I forgot
Gotta
where, but
gotta be top 3, top 4. Has to be.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah. Sorry.
Back to the question. I feel like Holland's going to stay for now, and it's going to be really fun to see those two pair together.
Oh yeah.
And it's going to be a shame because they're going to pair together, and then I think then it's time to sell Holland because they're, fortunately with Dortmund, I feel like they are addicted to making that deal.
They love the flip.
They love making that flip deal.
The flip.
So I can't see them having an opportunity to flip somebody for triple and what they got them and not doing it. That would fall under let me know when the ink dries kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'll believe it when I see it that they don't flip him. But with so many hands in the pot for Holland right now, I say you throw some ridiculous number out there and see who bites from Chelsea. And they're going to do it. They're going to do it. They want to do it now. I think they're asking 150 right now, if I'm not mistaken.
His value is at 143 mil.
How could you not take that if somebody offers it to you, right?
I know that next season there's a buyout clause at like 75 mil.
Yep.
Which means that the club does not need to
somebody can just offer 75 mil, talk directly to him. And
exactly. Bingo.
Boom.
Now, hopefully Holland doesn't screw over Dortmund like that, even though that's still a great price because 75 mil, he was brought in for 22 mil.
22, yeah.
So, and this is all American dollars, so it's probably closer to 80 mil as the buyout clause.
And he seems like a good dude, and he seems like a guy of his word.
Yeah.
His agent, however, not so much.
Raiola.
Yep.
His contract is till 2024, so...
And he said he wants to play out the contract. Because he said, that's what I signed, that's what I came here for. Props to you, man, but the minute Raiola gets in his ear, which I'm sure he already is, we'll see.
We saw what he did with Donnarumma.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
totally destroyed him in his relationship with the club.
Exactly. Exactly.
So yeah, not surprised.
But no, I
would not be surprised if Raiola destroyed that relationship with Erling in Dortmund.
And let me ask y'all, what do y'all think about that one? Just real quick. Well, yes or no time to sell Holland now? A little bit?
You wait. You got him until 2024. At the latest, you sell him in 23.
Yep. What you got, Zach?
Yeah, the only thing I've seen with him is I think the closest thing I've seen to something actually getting done is with Chelsea, and they're wanting to add on Werner. So I don't think it's worth him to sell. They're in a good spot in the league. Keep him for another year, and kind of his price isn't going to go down. Like the risk versus reward is
right.
It's like, I mean, if he has the same season, then he's still going to be worth probably more because the market's just going to keep going up on him. And if he has a down season, you're still going to get a ton of money for him.
Yep.
Yeah, that's spot on.
Absolutely.
Ready to move on?
I am. Ocho.
Uh-oh.
I got a Los Blancos question for you.
Los Blancos.
Los Blancos. Real Madrid, the ins. As we mentioned, our boy Alaba, who's going to play 5 positions for him. Big move there. Outs. Yeesh. Sergio Ramos to PSG on the free. Brahim Diaz to you boys that we already mentioned. Where Milan on loan.
2-year.
So, you got to ask, what's going on at Real Madrid?
Oh,
Ramos.
Varane out as well.
Varane is also out as well to Manchester United, which we'll get to in a bit. Zidane also.
Yeah, geez.
All gone. So, Ocho, who is it who steps up for Madrid?
This one's tricky. We got to mention Carlo Ancelotti in, right?
Yeah. The man.
So going through the lineups immediately, who's been there the longest? Marcelo. Ancelotti has come out in the media saying that he expects Marcelo to be a really big piece. I'm pretty sure Carvajal has also re-signed. Let's not forget about Casemiro is still there, Kroos is still there, and Modric is still there. You and I both deserve a big pat on the back for having those 3 get them to the semifinals. You know, we said as long as those 3 are together and playing well, they blew through Liverpool.
Yep, anything can happen.
Right, and it was mainly Kroos. What I really like what I read about Ancelotti saying is that he's going to rely on the youngsters, which Zidane, it was kind of like a flip of the coin. We weren't really sure. He kind of trusted him, and then he didn't. So Ancelotti has said that he really is going to trust in Rodrigo and Vinicius. I know Benzema's still there, so having Benzema in the middle and then having Rodrigo and Vinicius on the side of him. Let's not forget Hazard is still there. And then Bale is also coming back.
That's right.
You never know. Ancelotti might bring out a Bale that we've like.
It's true.
Yeah, we might
Bale
see.
just didn't like Zidane. So
Bale and Zidane just didn't click. Zidane apparently doesn't like golf. That's a guess there, but I'm willing to bet Ancelotti's like, go play your golf. Just make sure you show up when it's game time.
That's right.
You know, like I could see Ancelotti doing that. With that being said, I'm gonna give the captain's armband to Kroos.
Yeah,
he's got such an important role in the field. We've seen him get the captain's armband for Germany.
Yep.
Can he be the leader they need like Ramos? I don't know. I know Casemiro can do it. He does it for Brazil.
That was going to be my guess if you asked me this question.
So maybe the combo of Casemiro and Kroos with Modric, because Modric is the captain for Croatia.
Yeah.
So you've got 3 captains on 3 separate national teams. I think Ancelotti's going to build a lot on top of them and then have the younger guys kind of fill in the gaps.
Kroos or Vinicius? Because we've been waiting for Vinicius to.
Vinicius is going to pop off. I actually just purchased Rodrigo. In my collection, you saw the Rodrigo card, so I'm very, very excited. I'm now invested into Real Madrid. We'll be watching some Real Madrid games again. Hope he gets some time. I watched them play against our boys, Stevie G.
Oh yeah, Rangers?
They had a preseason game, Real Madrid versus the Rangers. Rodrigo scored in like the first 20 minutes.
Then you saw the flip side, huh?
Hell yeah! I turned it off immediately and then looked back. I was like, "Fuck, they lost."
Rangers had 21 shots on goal.
Yeah. So Stevie G.
Stevie G.
This
baby.
is also a very weak squad. I looked at the lineup, and it was not their strongest. Like I don't think I even saw Casemiro in there.
Yeah.
Maybe Modric is in there. I don't think Kroos is in there.
Yeah.
I'd have to go back, but I was like, oh, okay, this is like a B squad, B minus.
That's some shit. You know, they selling tickets to. They're gonna play at the fucking Superdome.
Right.
You know,
Right.
They don't
Zach,
care about that.
I'm gonna pass it to you. Who do you think will step up for Madrid?
I think that's Casemiro. I like Cruz as well, but I feel it's you're right. It's gonna be Cruz or Casemiro. I feel like it's more Casemiro. That's probably more personal preference. Center defensive mid
Yeah.
that wreaks havoc.
All right.
But look, on top of that, just to kind of add to, you're gonna Madrid's gonna sell or send on loan Bale again. I have to believe that's gonna happen.
Really? Hot take?
I think so. He's 31.
I don't know, man. Ancelotti knows talent when he sees it, man. I would keep him.
Well, and then I would say on the other side of that though is if you look who's coming back from loan. I mean, tell me what team on this loan list wouldn't be happy to get these players back? You're talking about Martin Odegaard, who we've all been high on probably for about 20 years, even though he's only 22. You've got Vallejo coming back. You've got Ceballos coming back from Arsenal. Looks like I want to say you sold Diaz to Milan. I think that
it's a loan, 2-year loan.
Okay. And then did I mention Kubo, the Japanese wonder kid? So
Japanese Messi.
Oh, Japanese Messi. Yeah.
So you've got these players that are coming back in, and even a center forward and Luka Jovic, who played at Frankfurt last season. But you've got a stable of players coming back to where you're not seeing a lot of rumors right now with Real with signing players. Whether that's a financial thing, but if I'm Ancelotti and I've got these players coming back in, I can rework this with those players and probably be pretty good.
This is true. I forgot to mention one player for Madrid, Militao, center back, Brazilian.
Still there.
He got a lot of trust from Tete during Copa America. He put him in quite a bit. Now, I know that it was a rotation between Thiago Silva, Marquinhos, and Militao, but the moments that Militao was in, they did really well, and he was able to hold his own. So maybe he steps up with center backs. It's always just experience.
Alaba and Militao.
I think that's what it will be because I think Nacho is your only other.
Yeah.
Who else is back there? I don't know. But
you got a question for Zach, don't you?
I do. So, Zach, we're moving over to Manchester United. Glad we've got a Manchester United fan on the podcast.
I'm sure.
In 2 incredible signings. Holy shit. Man, you are looking super hot this summer. We've got Rafael Varane and Jadon Sancho. Out, we've got Sergio Romero, who was released. Zach, who did United need more, Varane or Sancho?
I think Varane. Sancho was always going to be a signing that United made, and truthfully, they probably, as much as we want to beat up ownership, they did a good job waiting a year to get a better deal. It's still an expensive signing, but it's not 120 that it was projected to be last season. So Varane comes in with a bucket load and a truckload of trophies at still a young age for a center back. And so to bring him in to partner with Maguire, I didn't think Lindelof had a terrible season. I don't think he's a terrible center back, but they need to add depth. And so we'll see where he kind of falls in that line. But I think Varane gets that start pretty quick. I mean, he's only 28. And so to kind of step in and be that player, I think he's a much safer signing, I guess is what I'm looking for, than Sancho, because Sancho's going to come in and then United's attacking talent is from a young side loaded and still bringing in players. So as soon as they can, they're re-solidifying that defense. I mean, you've got Luke Shaw, who probably was one of the best players at the Euros. Juan Bissaka probably pissed off he wasn't involved in the Euros when he was probably the best right back, in the Premier League at one point. And so you've got the other issues is, is Pogba staying? This is going to be a thing every season. But up top, they're loaded. Sancho's going to add to that, and he's going to be a fun player. It's interesting that he took 25 instead of 7, but again, Cavani has 7. But as far as, what I'm looking at as far as rumors go, it's a little frustrating because you want that center defensive mid. Fred's not it for me. So they're looking at Saul again from Atletico. We'll see where that goes. The one that could be exciting is Kamnavinga from Rennes. It looks like that could be an interesting move. I think I may have texted you this during either the Euros or whatever and said, I don't care what it takes. Pay whatever it takes to get Conte. Because
Seriously,
Pogba with Conte he's a world-class player. Like, there's no question he's the best player on the field. You watched him during the Euros. 80% of the time, he's the best player on the field. And I don't think we've quite seen that with United. There seems to always be something.
I will say there was a moment when Mourinho had Matic and Pogba on the field together where Pogba was able to just fly and Matic was that center defensive mid just screening the back line. Do you remember when he first started with Man U and they had got Lukaku, they had got Pogba? Man, they were flying. They were beating teams 4-0.
Yep.
They were crushing it. And then I think Matic either fell out of form for a little bit or maybe got injured, and then it all kind of crashed. And that goes into what you were saying. It forced Pogba to play in a completely different role. He wasn't that best player on the pitch anymore. I completely agree with you. You need a center back to unlock Pogba.
I think Jose loved Mata.
Yeah, Matic.
Matic, excuse me. And that kind of fucked over Pogba, and that created that rift.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? What do you think?
Maybe some of that, but the other side is like Matic is an older player. And so to expect him to go a full season in the Premier League at that position, like that's a young man's game right now. But to tell me you've got Pogba and Bruno, sell your soul to get that defensive mid. I'm happy I'm happy they're looking at like Trippier and things like that, but like we're pretty solid. And we need a little depth there, but it's like you got to get that just nasty defensive mid. And Fred has shown moments, but he's not been complete.
No, that's a great way to put it. He's not a complete CDM.
Right. Yep. Correct.
Isn't that in FIFA they call him the full hexagon? He's not a full hexagon player.
Yeah,
it's just
everything's
like
not
pace
highlighted.
defense. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like smashed in on the right side.
Yeah, it's like
it's
like a heavy dent in like attack, just like defense pace.
I stared at that thing for hours, super drunk one night. It's like, what does that fucking mean? What are we doing? God damn! What do you mean my creative player is a full hexagon? What are you talking about? I agree with you 110%. I also go Varane on this. Sancho's going to steal the limelight, but hey, if you go back and look 2 years ago, before they even got Maguire, and you know this, Zach, United was giving up goals left and right, like they were fucking just Christmas gifts for everyone.
Think about this.
They get Maguire, the goals almost got cut in half, if I'm not mistaken. Right. And now that they have hit Varane to pair with them, what up?
Yeah,
what especially Varane having way more high-level game experience.
Yeah. Yes. Good point. What we got last?
Zach, you want to finish off this last one, get Boo that question?
Yeah, let's go with this. All right, next up, PSG. In Hakimi, Wanyama from Liverpool, Ramos, Donnarumma from AC Milan, and Danilo. Oof, butchered that again. Booty, right quick. Who's been that best signing?
Put me on that timer, Hugh.
Timer, thank you.
Start the clock.
Stop the clock.
It's coming home. That's not. Biggest signing for PSG.
You're going to go all year with that.
Every day.
Until the next Euro, at least.
Every day.
Yeah, God,
come yell at me, England. Come yell at me. You know where I'm at. They're sending Peaky Blinders after me. Well, guess what? We're sending fucking Tony Soprano after you. Anyway. Dude, easy one for me, actually. Of course, Donnarumma's staring you in the face, right? But I'm going to go Ramos. Because of the fact they needed some defensive help on that team, right?
Oh.
They needed another leader on that team.
Oh.
And they got him on the free.
Damn.
And they got him on the free.
Damn.
I got to go Sergio. I got to go with dude. Now, hey, I got to throw this out there, though. The one little thing that might bite me in the ass on that when I say that, Sergio hasn't been too healthy the last few years, especially this past one. It's a good significant amount of games, Champions League games. That can't be happening for PSG, as we know. It's the whole reason they spending that money.
Is the French league easier on the body?
I was about to get there. You caught me.
All right.
You caught me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he'll be able to do it. Also, with all these other signings we just mentioned, man, there's a big pool of players now for PSG. Doesn't necessarily even have to be his same position, but man, it just seems like for me, that's the transfer window winner for me is PSG.
Seriously.
Gotta say it. Hate to say it.
They're going to sign one more player that's going to be big.
I think so too.
They've been going after Teo Hernandez. They've been going after him as a left back.
Yeah.
I think they're going to go sign a left back, a really good left back, because it's not Bakker or Becker.
Yep.
He's not the answer.
Yep.
They had Florenzi last year. They just replaced him with Hakimi.
Yep.
Holy fuck.
They were ready to throw a shitload of money at Ronaldo too. That's the dangerous thing about them.
We
doesn't
could
matter.
still see Ronaldo.
It doesn't matter how how old the player is. Doesn't matter how much is left in the tank. They're willing. They have so much disposable cash. It just doesn't. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They can throw money away and they're gonna get it back. They're gonna get it back immediately. So, I got to go with our boy. I think he's gonna have a little comeback. I don't see Sergio going out quietly. But fun thing about this question, it wasn't just for me.
Yes, it wasn't.
It's gonna be for everyone. Let's let Hugh think on it for a minute. Zach, what you think?
So I think
Biggest signing.
Yeah, the perspective I look is like you said that Donnarumma is a huge signing. That could be a 10-year stint for him there. I think with that, Keylor Navas probably, if not this summer, by winter moves on somewhere else. But I have to go with you. It's the Ramos signing, and I think it's the Wanyama signing as well, because I wonder how much of this is locker room as well, and trying to get that not necessarily straightened out, but strengthened, and bringing in guys that have been there. You've got Ramos, who's a natural leader, and so to help kind of the one I'll be interested in is how him and Neymar get on. Of being enemies at Barcelona, and it could be one of those things to where, I don't know. Neymar and I haven't had any long talks recently, but you got to think, there's got to be some mutual respect even in those games. I've had a battle against this guy, and now he's on my side. Yeah, I'm going to take that. And so just another guy to where, like you said, the French league, gets a lot of crap for being a farmers league, but again, it's going to be probably an easier, Ramos probably isn't going to play every game, but he's going to play the important games. And that's where you want him. So for me, that's, again, I go back to the Ramos just from like a locker room standpoint.
Yeah, again,
Absolutely.
just the same thing that we were saying with Varane, as far as experience in high-level competition.
Big games.
Ramos.
Yep.
Yeah.
World Cups. He's got them. Euro Championships. He's got them. League titles. He's got them. Champions League titles. He's got them. He's played in all of these, and he's contributed significantly in all of them.
Yeah.
So I think that was a really good move. I'm really glad PSG are not just going and getting all like the flashy players like on attack. They're actually trying to build a back line, because I think that was their weakness. Whenever we talked to Piotr, he would always say, our outside backs are shit. That's our problem. We have shit outside backs. And they've been constantly putting Band-Aids. You saw Kurzawa. They really tried with him.
You threw Marquinhos back there for a
Marquinhos
while.
played a little outside back. You saw Florenzi. When we look back to that Bayern-PSG game,
who was?
I forgot that guy's name, but he was a massive flaw.
I know who you're talking
Bayern
about.
just pressed the fuck out of him and forced. It's like Kjar or it begins with a K maybe.
I really think
No, it's like Care,
Care.
like Kehrer or something like that. Care.
I think they kept thinking they had the answer to it, but they just didn't know who it was. So they're just like, let's keep.
They wanted to try and
would work
develop
one
an
game,
outside back. Yeah, they're
right?
like, let's develop one. It's like, nah, just go fucking buy one. Then you go buy other players. Just go buy it.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, sure enough, Inter, of course, were like, we need 80 mil this summer. We'll sell anybody except for these three players. And PSG were like, Hakimi up for sale? They're like, 80 mil. They're like, we'll give you 70. They're like, deal.
Deal.
Like, Jesus, fuck.
I wish we had a crazy Asian with a lot of money. Oh, we do.
Yeah.
Boom.
They just
Inter.
spent 40 on Hakimi, I think.
well,
Yeah.
what'll be interesting too is like if you look at their roster, it's 37 players deep.
PSG?
Yeah. And so you've got to think some of these guys have got to be, loaned out and sold, because look, the other reality is they're the team that's going hard after Pogba right now from United. And so, I don't know how PSG works. They have money. So it's, Like, do they offload some of these players? Do they send them on loan? I mean, there's a ton of good players on this list too.
They're gonna experiment with lineups, let it play out a little bit, and then right before transfer window, they're gonna dangle some folks out there and see who bites. And somebody's gonna bite.
Yeah,
Tell you what.
I think it would be hard from a Pogba perspective for. Well, just touch on that. Like, if that move was made on deadline day, it's a frustrating move from United to do that, because you've got to spin that and then you got to bring it right back in. You've got to find a player to replace that.
Yep, absolutely.
One player we haven't even talked about with PSG.
I was gonna say right before we got to our next little segment, we're gonna mention some transfers.
You want to save this? You want to save this?
Save that one.
Save it.
Save that one. But no, yeah, leave
Let's
that
move
up.
on.
Biggest transfers that we didn't mention.
You want me to go? I
Go
got
ahead.
some.
Go ahead.
Rodrigo De Paul.
From where to where?
Udinese to Atletico Madrid. I don't remember the amount, but this was a significant amount because Udinese were not going to let this guy go without getting some cash. This dude was pivotal for Messi winning Copa. People don't realize how important he was for Argentina. If Argentina had a player like this, they would have been doing so much better in these Copa America tournaments. Granted, they made it to a bunch of finals, but he was the player that put the ball in to Di Maria to score the only goal in the game.
Yeah.
He also has been a terror for you and I in Serie A.
Yes.
I fucking hate playing Udinese because of this man right here. He plays 110% every single game, and he's a really good attacking player.
About to say, I remember him for a couple different reasons, so I'm glad you brought him up. The one I'm going to remember and put the other ones out of my mind is the fact that Udinese put up a big fight about this. They were not letting him go for pennies.
Yeah, give me some money.
Yep.
He's one of our best players. So
I'm glad you brought that one up.
The next one I really like is Ibrahim Konate, who was Upamecano's partner in crime at RB Leipzig.
Yeah.
He is now at Liverpool. RB Leipzig to Liverpool. Great signing. Virgil van Dijk is back, but now they've got a really serious partner with him. We've been saying Virgil van Dijk needs a partner, or at least another quality center back that if he goes down can take the lead.
Yep.
They tried to get one on the cheap with Ozan Kabak last year. I think he's back at Schalke. I forget where he was loaned out to, but this is a really good move. Another fun fact, France's U21 Euro team, their center backs were Konate and Upamecano. That back line right there was worth at least $150 million.
Yikes.
Insane. They're under 21 euro. So France is going to be set because we haven't even mentioned Koundé, who is on Sevilla, who is potentially on his way to Chelsea. He is also an under 23. I think he's like 22. So they've got Upamecano, who I think is 21.
Yep.
Konate, 21. And then Koundé, who's 22. So these guys are set. France is going to have a just disgusting back line.
Nasty.
Can't forget about Lucas Hernandez as a left back. His younger brother, Teo Hernandez, as another left back. You've also got Digne at Everton.
Yeah.
He's another left back. So they're set. They got Pavard at right back. France is set. Those are my two key signings that we didn't mention.
I'm going to throw one out there for you. Let's bring it back to Bundesliga right quick. Andre Silva.
My dog.
The second leading goal scorer in Bundesliga this past season.
Wow.
From Frankfurt to RB Leipzig.
We let him go for pennies from AC Milan, like $6 million to Frankfurt.
I think they even got him on the cheap, if I'm not mistaken.
Frankfurt? Yeah, we sold him.
Yeah.
We sold him to Frankfurt.
Yeah.
For fucking pennies.
And I think Leipzig just got him on the cheap, too. I don't know.
Really?
I'm pretty sure. Let's pull it up.
That pisses me off.
Pull it up. I mean, cheap to us, right?
Yeah,
cheap
right.
to them.
Cheap in the
to
soccer
them.
market.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still think it was like 40, 50 maybe.
If you're in the tens to teens,
there you go.
He's worth $50 million.
I'd say he's even worth more than that right now. Goal scorer in league,
contract,
second leading scorer.
Oh, it's a $25 million fee.
There you go.
Jesus, it was even cheaper than I thought, man. It was $3 million.
Oh man.
Fuck me.
Wow. Damn, he could be with Ibra right now. What you doing?
We needed the money. We were desperate.
Yep.
And we needed to clear his wages. We were paying him a lot.
Happens. Zach, you got one we haven't mentioned?
Yeah, so I'm gonna play the bit. I think there's. You look at. I know I sent Hugh this probably on Instagram the other day, but you're seeing like this influx of the American players getting in everywhere.
Yeah.
I know where you're going.
You look at what FC Dallas is pumping out. Like it's
Mhm.
every day you're seeing somebody. The one I'm going to highlight though, and I think I sent the highlight to Hugh. It looked like a FIFA highlight. Was Conrad de la Fuente. Went from Barcelona to Marseille, and I think that kid is primed right now to explode and play for the French league. But then you've also got some Serie A newcomer. Help me out, Hugh. My Italian is awful, but is it Vinzia?
Venezia.
Yes, just signed two. Well, signed one officially. Tanner Tessman out of FC Dallas. Massive player. I think he's like 6'6", 6'5".
I'm waiting for the next one. Who's the next one?
And then my boy, who I got to get a picture with, Gianluca Busio. Did I not send that to you? Yeah, man, the U.S. game, man.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
So, and it looks like as soon as this, Gold Cup's over, that deal's pretty close to being done. So that new Serie A team is going to pick up two standout young American players. Those are just a couple, because officially too, like the Weston McKennie deal's done for Juve. It's gone from a loan to a buy. But yeah, no, for me as the American side to this, looking forward to kind of see us still, pumping out that talent, and it's, depending on what you follow, you can see a kid is signing almost every day at this point to go play abroad, which is so awesome.
Can you give us a little quick breakdown of the other American? I didn't even catch his name. I was so excited to talk about Busio.
So Tanner Tessman,
the other American. What is his specialty? Why is he making the jump to Italy?
So again, another product of the FC Dallas. FC Dallas is just turning out these players. McKinney is an FC Dallas player. Kellen Acosta. Oh gosh, plays for Leipzig. Tyler, I think Tyler Adams. I need to fact check that one.
I think you're right.
Again, another player, but Tessman's originally from Birmingham, Alabama. Came and played for FC Dallas. The fun story with him is his godfather is the Clemson head coach, Dabo Sweeney. Dabo Sweeney wanted him to come and kick for Clemson. He turned that down to sign a professional soccer contract.
Wow. Good for him.
Yeah, and so I've seen him play a couple times. I take that back. He's only 6'2". He looks a lot bigger than that. But I've watched him play a couple times here and there with some of the younger teams, and he's very smooth on the ball for a bigger center midfield player. So it'll be kind of exciting to see his growth with that. And if he can get some good solid minutes with him and Boost.
One cap.
That's awesome. We just looked at his wiki. He's got the one cap.
He's got the one cap.
He's locked in.
He's got the one cap.
We got him.
We're also going to talk about Venezia here in a second. This is our new squad here at the Footy Fetish Show. Official sponsor.
We're going to try and make them.
We're going to try and make it happen.
We're going to get some Jack, did you see their jerseys?
Yeah, dude. Those are...
buddy.
Just sending you guys.
If you're not putting your thumb in between your forefinger and middle finger,
and you an asshole.
Just became my favorite Italian team.
I mean, right? They've got two Americans. What better way to get American fans?
It's happening. But we can talk about some Venezia on our next segment right here, real quick.
Well done.
We're buying or selling. Everybody got some dough. We go around the room, 1 minute each. We buying or selling on these questions. You ready?
Okay.
Hugh, we're going to start with you because it's your boy Donnarumma.
Mm-hmm.
So, Donnarumma, PSG, and Navas still under contract. Buy or sell Navas as the most disrespected keeper of all time?
Buy. It's so disrespectful. He's the best player in CONCACAF right now. You could maybe argue like Davies, Pulisic, or McKinney, but as far as consistency and what he has done in that CONCACAF region, as well as what he's done at the club level for Real Madrid and PSG, total disrespect. It would, if anything, they need to just let him go. in peace, and rather than play this shell game of who's going to play. Juve. Oh, son. You think there's still a chance he can go? Is there rumors?
There were some rumors of him and your boy from Napoli, Ospina.
Oh.
Yeah.
Going to Juve.
Yeah.
Y'all don't trust Szczesny, do you? No. I don't either.
Nobody does. Nobody should.
Man.
Nobody should.
God, he's a rough player. Yeah,
You just had some really terrible mistakes last year. Didn't mean to take your time.
No, it's okay. That was the timer.
Cool.
I'll read the next one to you.
Let's go. Oh, we're going around for that.
Oh, the whole team?
Yeah.
Everybody. Okay, 1 minute.
Zach, what you got? Novice, most disrespectful keeper of all time. You buying?
Selling. Here's why. Business deal. You've got a 22-year-old, basically wonder kid that's available to you for free. How do you not pick him up? I don't think any of us really would have been mad. Maybe some Italian teams. But if you're telling me United's picking him up, I get it. Like it's a business deal at the end of the day.
Right.
And I think Novice understands that. It's a professional thing. As fans, we're like, oh, that sucks. But it's like, he's 22, and could be your starter for the next decade.
He just won the Euro, too.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. So
they got him for free. They can flip him for 50 and make a great profit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shit! God damn it, Milan! Fuck! What you got, Booty? Buy or sell?
I like what you said, Zach. It's true, and he probably knows that. But man, I'm gonna buy this till I'm fucking homeless because I'm gonna tell you what. How does this happen to him twice? How does this happen to him twice? Same shit twice. Man. Just yeah, man, great, good for you. Yeah, we won, awesome, great. Cool, you're fired, or not technically fired. You can slowly watch yourself get fired. It's the craziest question is going to be so does he start on the bench to start the year to Donnarumma? Do they swap matches because PSG's play such a terrible hard schedule, like we were saying earlier. Man, that's I got to buy that just for that cuz I get what you're saying, Zach. I mean, at the end of the day, you got to fucking nut up and take it on the chin and move on, but man, how does that happen twice to you? How do you get fired on your day off?
I'm pretty sure it's because of he's Costa Rican.
Yeah, dude.
It's the market.
It's the market.
Yeah.
Yep.
They need a market keeper.
Yep.
Anyway, let's move on.
Yep.
I'm gonna start you off with this one.
Please do.
CR7, Chiellini, Allegri, back. Buy or sell. Top 2 finish for Juve.
I'm selling it. Because I think they're going to be a top 3 finish, but here's my catch. I think they do better in Champions League this year. I think they go a little further than they did last year.
Semis?
I'm thinking semis because Allegri's back. Allegri's back. As we know, Massimiliano doesn't fuck around.
Massimiliano.
As I'm about to throw out some shit I sent to Hugh the other day.
Yeah.
People were talking about who his captain's going to be.
Oh, I loved it.
And this is the reason I love this man because he is Juve 110%
through and through.
Through and through. And Hugh can tell you, I've said it on the show before, Bonucci gets on my fucking nerves. Great job this past month, baby. I love it.
Yeah, but who was the captain, though?
I didn't love when he just up and left. There could have been some personal shit with that, but apparently Massimiliano didn't appreciate it either. No. So somebody said, well, what about Bonucci? Because he said the captaincy is going to be based on your appearances.
Caps.
And he said,
it's all about caps.
He said, right now, it's Dybala, it's Chiellini.
It's Chiellini
It's
first,
Chiellini, then Dybala.
Then Dybala.
And somebody said, well, what about Bonucci? He said, well, he left. He went to Milan and came back. So as far as I'm concerned, he's last in the pecking order now. If he wants to be captain, he can go buy a captain's armband, go play with it in the piazza.
In the piazza.
Yeah, because he can go play with himself. I was like, whoa, he's back. He's back. Love it, dude. Love it. So yeah, I'm gonna sell the top 2 finish because I don't think they're gonna win it yet. I think it'll take some time to get back. He's got some strings to pull. For sure, they got a couple things that are a mess right now. So I think he's going to need some time, but I think they go a little further in Champions League. So okay. I'll go with that. What you got?
This is difficult because I feel like Inter are not a top 2 team because they just lost like one of the best coaches the Serie A has ever seen. They also just lost a very important piece in Hakimi. Guarantee they're not running out with a 3-man back line. So they're going to have to restructure their entire system and figure out how to get everything running through Lukaku and Lautaro.
And new coach.
The new coach.
Yep.
That being said, we're also seeing Mourinho in Serie A with Roma.
Yes.
He doesn't quite have the roster that he usually does, but he's got an American investor. I think Milan are going to finish in top 2 again, if not first. I don't think they're done in the transfer window. Could see Milan and Juve top 2, so I'm going to buy that. I could totally see that. Massimiliano Allegri, arguably one of the best coaches in Serie A as well, with Conte. I think he could do it. They've got the money to spend. Ironically, I'm for Juve, and you don't think they'll pull it off, so this is kind of fun.
Go buy a captain's armband and play with yourself, Hugh.
The Piazza.
Love
Zach,
that dude.
What you got? Buy or sell? Juve top 2 in Serie A.
I'm gonna buy with an asterisk. CR7 and the back line are going to be, solid all the way through. I mean, it's the Italian league. They're going to get through there. He's going to score a ton of goals. The asterisk is if Allegri gets what he wants and McKinney scores 10 goals that season, they're finishing top 2.
I love that, man.
There
What
you
a
go.
hot take.
There you
dude.
go. I'm on
I
that
heard
train.
Allegri wants to put him at center attacking mid.
So if you watch McKinney, especially off the ball and the runs he makes, how many times when you watch Juventus, you were like, why is McKinney – he just made that run out of midfield and he's ahead of the forward. And I think what happens is if Ronaldo gets put in that center forward spot, Ronaldo moves a lot and likes to drift, so that opens up that space for McKinney. So I think, I'd love to see that happen. Again, 22. He's 22. So
It's a fantastic point, dude.
Yeah. And again, like I still like to see somebody like an Aaron Ramsey have a good season. Dybala have a good season. Like they've got the talent, man. It's just can they capitalize on it? And Chiesa, right? Am I missing that?
Yep.
Yeah. Geez.
Nope, you're right.
What more do you want?
It's not official. Not official.
Not official yet.
Are you sure?
Chiesa is not official. Yeah. I
Okay.
just checked it out on the transfer.
They do have to buy him
Says
eventually.
Obligation to buy with conditions.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
They're gonna have to fork out more money than they thought they would probably.
So that loan's through
whole
2022.
Ronaldo issue comes in.
Yep.
That's a 2-year loan. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, interesting. Oh,
Yeah.
so so this is why they're like, we can kind of wait on this. Okay,
Yeah.
good point, Zach. Didn't notice that. Okay, let's move on.
Sexy. All right, you got that clock ready, Hugh?
Oh yeah, let's do this. Sorry.
A
Go.
Griezmann-Saul swap deal between Barca and Atletico Madrid. Buy or sell this deal happening, Hugh?
Oh, buy or sell happening?
Yeah. Tons of rumors
Sell.
about it.
Not happening.
Yep.
I don't think either team can agree on these two players being fair.
Yep.
Barcelona overpaid for Griezmann. Saul is not worth the same. So Atletico is like, yeah, we'll totally do this. Yeah, we would love Griezmann back because we already got your 120 mil. We get to keep your player. We get to keep the player too, and we just got to give you Saul. Great. Barcelona, I'm sure, are like, give us some money, and they're like, nah. So sell.
Zach, what you got?
Yeah, I think sell too, man. Hugh hit on a lot of good points. From a business side, it doesn't make sense. Also, how often do we see actual player swaps, especially in these leagues? Unless it's, if it's like, hey, we'll give you Saul and a lot of money, then maybe. But I don't see Atleti forking that over
That was
for
mine.
that. Oh, you're good. You're good. Forking over more cash for a known commodity that they have in Griezmann.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna sell with you guys. We're
Yeah.
selling out. It's just funny, man. It's ever since Barca bought Griezmann, they just can't figure out what to do with him, and it's almost like it's almost caught up to him at this point.
Yeah.
Like Atletico is like, I mean, come on, dude. You're just trying to offload him and fucking hand us this contract. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
You got to also think he goes back to Atletico. Let's pretend like this happens, okay? Let's pretend for a second this happens. How do you think Atletico's fans are gonna handle that? How do you think the teammates are gonna handle that? How do you think Simeone is gonna feel about that?
Just like Bonucci and Juve.
Right.
Why'd you leave?
Right. You fucking left, and there was no reason to leave at the time. It's fucking, they're doing great.
Yeah.
They're doing great at the time. Remember, Champions League. Hey, okay, cool. They weren't up there with La Liga. They just won La Liga this year.
Yeah.
Cool. But Champions League, man, they were fucking around.
Yeah,
they
they
were
were.
fucking around.
They met Real twice in 3 years.
Yes.
Or 4 years, but still.
And if I'm not mistaken, was
Wow, it was Real, Atletico, Barcelona, Juve, Real, Atletico, I believe.
And then Atletico, okay, Griezmann leaves. Atletico ends up beating Liverpool in Champions League, right?
Right.
Yep. So I mean, it's like they already proved they don't need.
They don't need them.
Simeone to figure it out. Sell it. Sell it all day.
Sell it.
Sell it to them homeless.
No additions for Chelsea. Buy or sell a Holland deal for the UCL champs. Zach, buy or sell?
Super sell. That's not going to happen. I think they're going to hold on to him for another year. It makes sense for them to do that. They've already offloaded Sancho. Holland is. I think we touched on this earlier today when we were talking about Dortmund. But why would you get rid of him at this point? Super young. Hold him for another year. You'll still get the money out of him, and you're competing for, a Champions League spot and the Champions League. So hold him for a year, and then just go from there. The Chelsea thing's a bit more concerning because they've brought in nobody. But no, there's no deal going to happen there.
I'm there. Same.
I'm gonna take one out the Zach playbook. I'm gonna sell with an asterisk.
Okay.
Because it's not gonna happen now.
Ooh.
Like we said, Holland, he's staying where he's at right now.
Damn.
I'll say that in the next year. Why do you think nobody came into Chelsea? Stacking that cash.
You think so?
Stacking the cash.
What
There's
if
no need to buy anybody right now.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the lineup. Just coming off the UCL win, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So they don't really need him right now, but they're kind of flashing the cash out there saying, hey, we can make this happen.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, the other thing Zach just mentioned is the exact reason I think it could happen because Dortmund's fucking cash horse.
Yeah.
That's my one complaint with Dortmund forever. You can ask, Pun Daddy.
Yeah.
One day I was just like, dude, could y'all just stop selling to your rivals?
Just hold on to it.
You just can't stop. It's like, money. Oh, yeah, deal. It's like, at what point do you get sick of being in Dad's ass? Daddy's ass.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a deal that they can turn down if it's sexy enough, But for right now, I think he stays for now.
Yeah,
maybe about a year. So
Agreed.
I sell that for now. How about this next one? Real Madrid also stacking dough. Speaking of dough stacking for that Varane deal. Is this the time we're gonna buy or sell? Is this the time to go after Mbappe? This is what we were saving from earlier. Q already had pulled up on one of his tabs. Start that clock, baby.
7 hours ago, the Mbappe countdown begins with the Varane sell and the Sergio offload. I would say that Real Madrid, and let's not forget, we've been talking about this countless times, how Real Madrid have not been spending for the last 2 summers. And because of the pandemic, they are now allowing teams to combine last summer and this summer as far as like the FFP financial evaluation. So the money you spent last summer, the money you spent this summer, compared to the revenue made over the last 2 seasons is what FFP is going to look at. They are gearing up for a big summer. We still have August.
Yeah.
We still have August.
Yep.
They just offloaded. It's actually not official that they've offloaded, or it's like it's official, but there's still like things kind of going through.
Because it's a 2-month window.
He's gone.
Yeah.
Varana's gone. That's done. I think they absolutely buy. Absolutely. Perfectly timed, on the minute. Zach, what you got?
Yeah, I mean, maybe. And that's such a BS answer to add with this. Is a maybe when it's buy or sell. I'm gonna go sell. Are we talking about this season or are we talking about down the road?
Oh, that's actually a good point. Let's say this season and then down the road.
I'll sell it this.
Sell now.
Yeah, I'm gonna sell it this season. Man, I'm gonna sell it this transfer window.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. Negotiations happen in the winter, and then it happens. I think next summer he goes to Madrid.
One thing to point out is I believe Mbappe's contract ends next summer.
Oh.
So that's
now
why
or
I'm
never.
thinking.
I should have pointed that out before. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that's why the whole countdown thing begins, because
Didn't know that.
PSG are scrambling to get this contract signed. Meanwhile, other teams are like, we know it's a do-or-die summer.
Yeah.
So
Right
I'm trying
price.
to get in there.
He's valued at 176.
That's right, 2022, next summer. Holy fuck. So Zach, with that in mind, do you want to change your answer? Buy or
Yeah,
sell
I'll
this
say
summer?
it's a deadline day move. I'll buy a deadline day move.
Whoa. Oh, I want to see it, man. I want to see it so bad. Damn.
See,
Where do you put him, though? That's the question. Where do you put Mbappe on Real Madrid?
That's question number
Starting
one.
at center forward.
The other thing. Yeah.
I guess so.
Bye, Benzo. See you. Later,
Backup,
Benzos.
Captain, leader
Player
in the
swap.
locker room.
Yeah, I know. I mean, they don't have a problem pushing people out that are already doing great, like we mentioned earlier. So,
Pass it to you, man.
Dude, before you told me the contract situation, I was gonna sell it until they got rid of Hazard, until they recoup that money.
You're not gonna
'Cause
have
that's
that.
$100 million,
Yeah, that was a dumb move.
and I think that's what also put him in a hole before all this shit. Because what was
And
that?
Bale.
That was 2018,
I think so.
right?
Yeah.
So it's 3 years ago now. Is right before all this shit. I mean, they had tons of cash then, but still, it's $100 million. That's just kind of at this point, it's in a fat guy's fucking belly right now. That dude's fucking fat. Right now.
Bale
He's
has
gonna be-
also got a fat wage on his contract.
Bale also. So I feel like, before you told me that though, I really felt like those two needed to be somebody that you needed to offload to get that money back first. But we know it's Real Madrid, like you said. The stipulations with both transfers now, windows being combined, you feel like they can come up with the money if they really want to make this happen. So I'm gonna buy it because I'm also sick of hearing this fucking rumor. There's another one that I just want to see the goddamn ink dry and get him out of fucking PSG. And also, I'm gonna end it on this. I've always not that I don't like Mbappe, but I've doubted him a bunch because it seems like the biggest fucking games outside of the World Cup, where you had multiple superstars around you making you look good, right? PSG, Monaco, when it came to big games, Champions League, this man gets shut the fuck down. I can name a few times.
Bayern
And
Munich.
then let's talk about last year when he wasn't even featured in the semifinal because he was hurt.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Who'd they play?
They lost
Chelsea?
to Chelsea, I think.
Was he not in that game?
Went in that game.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
So whatever game it was, they got eliminated. He was not even featured for some minor injury.
Damn.
And again, it made the light bulb go off. And I hate to do that. You know, it's not your fault you get injured, but it's just like again, a big game that PSG needs you,
I hear you, bro.
and you're nowhere to be found.
Mm.
That's not 176 to me. But in other news, Jesse Messi on loan from Zach's Boys United to West Ham. As we know, he went to West Ham. He took off. He became
he
Jesse
did.
Messi.
Yes, he did.
Messi Lingard. Or is it Leo Lingard? Leo Lingard sounds great, too.
It does sound good.
Buy or sell United making Jesse Messi to West Ham a permanent deal. They have to make that decision rather soon here. I want to pass it to Zach. Buy or sell?
I think I'm gonna sell it. I think with what he showed with West Ham shows that he's worth more than probably West Ham want to pay. And I'd be very surprised if he goes to West Ham. I could see him going to another team. I don't have that team in mind, but probably another mid-table team. I think Lingard's a very good player. If you don't know much about him, he's gone through a ton of crap in his life, and that was part of the issue of him needing to leave United, or just step away from United for a little bit. But I don't see them. I don't see him signing for West Ham now.
That's the exact reason I'm actually going to agree with you as well, dude. I'm selling it because, and honestly, I want to see him at West Ham, man, because he just looked like a whole different player.
Yeah.
He did.
You know as better as anybody. United fans everywhere know he was going through a tough time towards the end, right before that, before the loan went through. He was looking like shit. People were kind of getting on him, dogging him, and then he goes to West Ham. He he rejuvenates himself. He's like reborn.
Change of scenery.
But because of that, United's going to ask for some ridiculous amount of money that West Ham doesn't have.
Right.
So I'm going to have to sell it. I think he's going to end up back at United, and unfortunately, he's going to be stuck in a position where they don't do anything with him.
Well,
here's something interesting. His contract ends next summer.
Yeah.
So there's an opportunity for Man U to make some cash. They either let him go for free. If they're not going to do anything with him this summer to West Ham, then he's walking.
Yeah.
So there's an opportunity where West Ham could use this contract as leverage. Go ahead, Zach.
Yeah, no, I think with Lingard, there's enough of an upside to keep him. He's featured a lot in preseason, which preseason is hit and miss right now, depending on who's featured. Right. And he's been playing well in preseason. So I think he could definitely be a role player for United, especially in cup games, throughout that Premier League rotation. And I think you reevaluate that in December and go, okay, there's probably a team with injuries that needs a player like Lingard. And maybe you force the hand there. But I could also see United maybe letting him walk. His value, I think he's valued around $20 million. So that hurts, but I mean, we've seen worse, right?
Don't bring it up. We've seen worse.
So I think, again, I sell the West Ham thing, 100%.
Yeah, I think that would be a really great mutual ending for Lingard and Man U, because then it'll give the power to Jesse to go wherever he wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he could now go wherever he wanted because his contract's up.
Yep. He did get a West Ham tattoo as well.
I was about to say that. He's got a West Ham tattoo.
He got the hammers. I think he's really loving where he's at, too.
Yeah.
Be a shame, but I think they'll pull him out of there. It's all about that dough.
Interesting. Next up, Booty. Locatelli and Juventus have mutual interest, but Sassuolo are not liking Juve's $40 million offer. Do you buy or sell this deal happening?
I tell Sassuolo to sit the fuck down, take the money. That's what I would say. You take it and you like it. Don't act like y'all hard now. Come on now. $40 million will help Sassuolo. Come on. I am gonna buy him ending up at Juventus because after what we saw with the Euros, right? He's one of the hottest names out there. Do I think $40 million is a good deal for him? I agree with Sassuolo on that. I think he's worth a little more. I think we go to 50s. I think we go 50, 55. I think that's a fair deal. They're going to try to probably go higher than that, which I think if they go higher than that, I think after 50, 55, I don't think Juve is going to be able to do that right now. Tied up money with Ronaldo. They are having some trouble ever since COVID. They're one of the most hurt teams right now, so the money situation is not very nice over there. But Locatelli would be such a key piece, and the reason I'm buying it is because I think Locatelli is going to be the one that pushes it through and makes it happen, because he's already talked to Juve. He's already said that he would want to do the deal. Me personally, I don't want somebody on my team that doesn't want to be there.
Right.
So
right.
I think it'll happen. What you think?
I think this deal does go through. Same reason you said. Locatelli wants it to happen.
They could throw in a player.
Juve's been trying to offload your boy Bernardeschi for the longest time.
That's going.
Throw it in the deal. Give him somebody that's going to make an impact. His contract is until 2023, so he's got this summer and next summer to really
pretend like he wants to be there.
To re-sign with Sassuolo or pretend he wants to be there.
Yeah.
His value is currently at $40 million, so that could be. I like what you said about 50. I don't think he's worth 50. I think 40 is a fair offer.
You like it?
Just because he is still very young. He's only 23. He hasn't really proven on the big stage. He did well in the group stage for Italy, but
yep.
Who was he playing? Turkey, Switzerland.
Right.
Really, not.
I was gonna say it was pretty much that one game.
Yeah, he had
that really put him on the map.
2 goals. Yeah. Well, I mean, you and I knew about him. Milan
Right.
had him a long time ago. Pretty sure we sold him on the fucking cheap. I forgot what it was. It was 15 mil. I still am upset about that. Again, it was one of those moves where we just needed money, and we were like, "This is a good player. We'll take whatever we can get." Now he's worth 40 mil. So go figure. Good job, Milan.
You need to write a book of all the players that they sold for shit that y'all could have gotten.
Dude,
like
during the Euros, there was Milan Twitter was just going, "Oh, yep, that guy was on
another
Milan."
one, another one.
Yep, Cristante, yep, he was on Milan. Oh, look, Donnarumma, we all know that one. That's a recent one.
And not even trying to make fun. It's just like it's interesting. It's interesting.
Aubameyang was on Milan. Not a lot of people know that one. Way
Wow.
back in the day, like
Wow.
youth Aubameyang. Yeah, but anyway, I'll buy this one totally. Zach, what you got?
I'm gonna sell. From a business standpoint, looking at Juve, they've not made, their quote signing. One signing right now is McKinney, right? So I think with their financial issues, with him being under contract for 2 more years, I see them. They're sniffing at it, and they may want to do it, but if they don't get the price they want, I see them waiting a year. He could get bought out by another team, but I don't see them going after it right now. Because I mean, look at their transfer rate right now. It's McKinney.
They've been pretty quiet. I know they renewed Morata, right?
They renewed.
Not renewed, but
Morata.
Finished that. They bought that loan out.
Yeah.
The next one right after McKinney was Chiesa,
Which is still
was a
technically a
loan.
loan right now.
right?
Yeah.
So see, maybe they could pull a loan with this.
Sassuolo doesn't want a loan.
Probably not.
Well, this would actually be no, I take that back because his contract is till 2023. The issue with teams and loans is sometimes if there's 1 year left on the contract
mm-hmm.
and you get a player to loan out to you, if he returns back to the club,
Oh,
his
yeah,
contract ends, and then you can just steal him for free.
Steal for free.
This has happened in the past. Clubs are like, I'm not letting that happen again.
mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to loan this player out, I need to create a new contract that protects me in the future.
So I don't get fucked, right? Right.
So this actually could work out with Locatelli because he's got a year. You could do a loan for a year, and then that would still give Sassuolo an opportunity to re-sign him prior to that next summer where his contract ends, and that would still give opportunity to Juve to maybe buy him for more than what they want. I don't know. So many options here. A loan would be a great idea. Did you say loan or did Zach say loan?
Booty.
You said loan. I think loan would be the ideal situation. After hearing what Zach said, I kind of switching back to sell, but
So
sell with an asterisk on loan.
yeah, because that's what Juve's doing right now.
Yeah.
As of the last couple of
That's
years.
what Milan's been doing. Shit.
Yep.
Loan him out, get some Champions League money, buy him back.
Yep. Yep.
So, yeah, totally agree. That's a strange one. We got 2 more, ladies and gentlemen. Zach, I'm going to pass you this one.
Oh.
With Sancho and Varane moves, buy or sell,
Yeah.
United wins the Premier League this next year.
Yeah, I have to go buy. But
Hell yeah.
you have to go buy.
You have to.
The I'm gonna buy it as a fan. From a neutral perspective, I'm still gonna buy it because I'm still a fan. But I need to see that defensive mid signing, or I need to see a player step up and fill that role. I think until you see that kind of final piece of the puzzle, they're going to be touching it, but not going for it. Because I mean, look at City. I think we even talked about it the other day. I mean, they're sniffing after Grealish, and it's kind of like a why. It's almost like you're just buying players so nobody else has them. But I think with the Varane move, I think that point gap to City closes a lot more. And I think it's a tight race, and I think United wins it in the end.
I am going to piggyback what you said, but I'm going to say buy with an asterisk if they get that CDM.
Yeah.
If that CDM gets bought and it's like an elite CDM, I think they walk through to the final. Man City, of course, there's rumors that they're getting fucking Grealish, so eye roll. Jeez, if they get that, I mean,
Pep will have even more players to
lose
fuck
the
up his
Champions League
lineup
with.
That'd be great. Because you just have to think so hard
But
about
if you
it.
think about it, there is no final for Pep to fuck up. It's just
Yeah.
the league. He just
just the
plays games.
That's right.
So it allows him to do whatever he wants. As soon as it's hey, you either win this or you don't, Pep's like, oh, gotta
Yeah,
overthink.
what is that? Is that a fucking American shit? Playoffs? Shit.
What you got, Booty? Buy or
Shit.
sell?
Fuck yeah, I'm buying it, dude.
Fuck
Yeah,
yeah, he's buying
Let's
it.
go United, baby. Let's go. Let's go. And if you need to know why, ladies and gentlemen, if you're out there listening, rewind, restart this podcast. You'll know exactly why. That's all I gotta say.
Fair enough. I'm gonna have to.
But
I'm gonna have to rewind. I don't
Rewind it.
remember.
Rewind it. The fucking back line is now 10 times fucking better.
Oh yeah, true.
Hello.
True.
True. Oh,
Buy-
yeah,
ooh,
and
I got-
Rashford and Sancho. Oh, yeah, that's right.
I got one for y'all.
That's right.
Buy or sell. De Gea has a great season.
So I think Dean Henderson takes the number 1 spot.
You think what?
I think Henderson takes the number 1 spot from him.
Whoa. Why did Spain sit De Gea?
Mm-hmm.
That was weird.
I think you could maybe see De Gea be moved on this transfer window at the end.
Jose was trying to get him.
Yo, if
Trying to
they
bring
sell
Roma.
De Gea, that funds an elite CDM right
Yeah.
there.
Boom.
Damn, make it happen, man.
Boom.
You
Yeah, because I
not
mean,
listening to the footy fetish.
yeah, I mean it's keeper age, so you have to keep that in context. I mean, he's 30. Henderson's only 22, and has been consistent as having good showings. So we'll see. I think that could be a possibility because they were splitting time there at the end of the season too.
Yeah. Woof, that's rough. What do you got, Booty?
I feel like United is in the same situation as Juve when it comes to the keeper situation. I'm shocked at the patience that both those clubs have had with their guy, with the amount of fuck ups, and you know, like, of course, everybody's gonna think about that Europa final. Oh, gee, that was the best you could take a PK. Well, he's a fucking keeper. Come on, let's not fucking bash him for that.
Don't judge him for
I'm just
shooting.
gonna bash him for all the keeper stuff that he fucks up.
And he's done quite a bit.
He's done that.
Yeah.
I like Henderson a lot better as well, and I think it's about time. And you got to think about it on the business end, like we've been talking about a lot of business tonight. It's been a business episode tonight, really.
Yes, sir.
If you keep going and letting this dude do his thing, the value continues to drop.
Right.
So you got to sell him now.
Mm.
Or are you confident enough? You know, I just watched Austin Powers the other day. This dude has lost his mojo, okay? And it's been gone since the fucking 2018 World Cup. I say it all the damn time. Ronaldo stole this man's mojo. He's never returned it. He has looked like shit since. He's had a game or two here and there,
Yeah.
you know, but a game or two here and there is not enough for me if I'm United. It needs to be Henderson soon. So, especially, you know, you also can't sit there and bash Ole like, oh, you know, I know a lot of. I'm not saying you, Zach, but I know a lot of United fans that do. And it's like, well, how could you bash him when your fucking keeper can't make easy saves?
Right.
That's a problem.
I mean, it's tough. Like for me, like United's in a much better place than they were when Ole took over. Keeper thing is still an issue, and I think you saw that towards the end of the season. Was just okay. Is this move going to be made? I'm kind of surprised it's not been made yet. But I do feel like that move is going to be made by the end of this window.
Right? Isn't that weird, the patience that they've had with this?
Mm.
That's the most shocking thing to me. Because, you know, I'm crazy. Hugh will tell you. He hears me every fucking week talk crazy shit.
Yeah.
And sometimes Hugh's like, you know, pump the brakes, Booty. You're just getting fucking worked up. This is one that I'm not worked up on. It's just been too long.
Yeah.
It's just time for a fresh change sometimes. A change of scenery.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear that. He's getting old, too.
And Henderson looks great every time he comes in. I think it's about time. English guy, let's roll. This is perfect. The stars are aligning. Let's do it. You know what I mean?
I like it. Yeah, lots of new players. I like De Gea. I'm keeping him. So
I know you do like to hate.
you know, I'm a De Gea fan. I've seen him make some fucking amazing saves that keeps Man U in some tight games. But then I've also seen him miss some like really bad ones. But that
same.
just comes with
He
keepers.
will find himself if he goes somewhere else. I'm telling you. If he would have went to Roma, if Jose would have got a hold of him, he was trying to.
Is that possible?
He was trying to, but he ended up going by Patricio instead.
Oh, that's right.
So
a little cheaper.
Yeah, a little cheaper. But I think if he has a change of scenery, I think a different league, I think he finds himself again because it's all in his head now. I think I really do.
Would you take him at Juve?
I'd give him a shot. Because hey, it can't be worse than Chesney, right?
Yeah.
About the same, like we were saying.
Pretty similar.
I think a change of scenery is what he needs. You see that in baseball all the time.
Yeah, you talk about that all the time on the podcast.
Yep.
Change of scenery makes a huge difference.
Dude's had a terrible fucking year. He goes to a contender.
Yeah.
Game changer.
Like all of a sudden, he's a new guy. He's like, I got to step up.
Yeah.
You know, and the pressure's really not on as much because you're at the old spot where everybody's constantly at your back at your the spot that got rid of you. You know, like United right now. They're up his ass.
You get to hit the reset button.
Exactly. Start over.
No expectations, no preconceived notions. I get to now set how everyone portrays me.
So I'd give you that on De Gea. I think he finds himself somewhere else.
I think he's a good keeper. Just like you said.
No, I listen. I think he's a good keeper. I mean, but he should be in his prime right now, and it's kind of you're not seeing him hit on all cylinders.
Yeah, true. And then I said it earlier. Why did he not start for the Euros? Right, this is his prime. He should be starting in the Euros.
That was weird.
Yeah.
Last question though. We're gonna move on.
Woo!
Venezia are back in Serie A for the first time in 19 years.
This will technically be 20, but yeah, 19.
Forza Venezia, buy or sell, top 10 finish. We'll start with Zach just to see what you think. What you got, man? Top 10 finish.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a couple of reasons. Man, top 10, that's rich. Yeah, whatever. They're my new favorite Italian team.
Yeah, you're right.
So I think I hope so. And part of this is you've got the Tanner Tessman signing, you've got the Busio signing, which is going to be a record deal for the club. Another guy, I don't know if you guys remember him, but it was Sebastian Giovinco. Is now being rumored. So Giovinco's a bit older, but for the American side, you remember he just tore up when he played for Toronto FC.
Yep.
Probably should have got a look from the Italian team, but it is what it is. But may add him. So it looks like they're a young team. I think their overall worth as a team is $23 million. So. We'll see. I kind of hope they do it. I'm going to be cheering for them. I'm going to be watching them. Unless they don't play my Americans, then, we'll find another team. But, they're going to bring in two young American, one in Busio, who's starting to become a standout for the U.S., has had a really good Gold Cup tournament. Has kind of grown in that. So, for me, top 10 is I'll buy it for buying its sake, but as long as they stay up, I'm happy with it. And sweet jerseys.
I'm stuck here because there's a lot of talent in Serie A.
Yeah.
The top 10 teams. I'm gonna sell, and I'm gonna sell only because I think they don't have the depth to stay in top 10. I think they don't get relegated. But I think they are not in the top 10.
So 11th place finish.
I'll go 11th to 18th.
I like it.
That's where I'm putting them.
I'm gonna buy it because we're gonna be their sponsor soon.
We are.
Okay. Also, if you haven't seen the jerseys, if you didn't hear Zach just now,
so cool.
It's as if God bukkakied on a fucking jersey.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. It's Kappa.
Yeah,
it's Kappa sponsored.
Classic Italian.
Fuck the Nike check.
Yeah.
Fuck the Adidas shit. It's Kappa. You got two ladies back to back. Hello.
Is it ladies? I think it's a guy and a girl.
It's a guy and a girl.
I'm gonna go with it's a guy and a girl.
Yeah, because one's got a rack and the other one does not.
I'm just gonna say one of them has an A cup.
That's fair.
Sure,
we're gonna go double
need.
D's A cup. Yep, I think so. But I'll tell you what.
That's fair. I'll go with that.
Yeah, exactly. I'll go with that.
They're promoting women of all sizes.
They're promoting women of all sizes. I'm gonna say they finished 10th. We're buying it. The thing I like about it, though, here's what I like about it.
Mm-hmm.
They not only just came back after being out of Serie A for so long. A lot of teams that are, promoted, right? They're just like, oh, we're happy to be here. They're not fucking happy to be here.
Mm-hmm.
They're making splashes.
Yeah.
We've mentioned many people just now.
3.
This whole episode, even.
Right. Yeah.
America as well. We got Americans.
Oof.
I like that too. I think they make a splash. I think people don't take them seriously. And that's a great position to be in.
Definitely. Spezia last year.
Yep.
You remember what fucking chaos they caused?
Yeah. Sassuolo.
Sheesh. No, Sassuolo, easy now. Come on. That's a top 10 team easily.
But still, if you're a casual Serie A fan,
you don't know Sassuolo.
You're not fucking thinking.
No, you don't know Sassuolo.
You know what I mean? Nobody's be thinking about Venetian.
No.
So that's be great.
I'm very excited.
Get the pizza, get the stuffed artichoke. Let's get those jerseys.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are at the end of the episode. We've got to talk about 2 more things. We're going to wrap up one of them quickly. That's the Champions League. We have got, how many teams is this? 1, 2, 3,
26
4, 5, 6,
qualified.
7, 26 teams
Officially.
have qualified. We need another 6 more.
Yep.
Really quickly, I'm going to read this line. Booty, you read this line. Zach, you read this line, and then I'll finish on this one.
And welcome to our injury time bangers. This is it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Actually, go ahead. You take this. This is your segment here.
Let's do it. So here's some clubs that are already in, folks. Scroll down a little bit for me, Hugh, actually. I got them all listed.
Oh.
A little easier, yeah. So from Spain, we got Atletico. We got Real. We got Barcelona, the 3 evil ones.
Yeah.
Sevilla, always causing trouble. Your Europa League champs. And Villarreal. If we go to England, we got Manchester City, United, Liverpool, Chelsea, Germany, the usual suspects, Bayern, Dortmund, Leipzig, Wolfsburg. Hugh, take it away for Italy.
Inter, Milan, AC, Milan, Atalanta, Juventus. Over in France, we got Lille finishing the French league in first place by 1 point.
1 point.
Paris Saint-Germain. Portugal, we've got Porto and Sporting. Sporting finish in first place. Russia, we've got Zenit. Belgium, Club Bruges. Ukraine, Dynamo Kiev. Netherlands, Ajax. Turkey, Besiktas. I think they've been in this a couple of times before.
Yeah.
Besiktas. It's crazy not to see Galatasaray not in there because they're a Turkish league team.
Shit, I wonder what happened with that.
I know they just got some. They just got somebody in for Galatasaray. I forgot who it is. I can tell you there's some Dutch teams and some Belgian teams competing right now in UEFA Champions League qualifying. There's also teams qualifying for Europa. We didn't really go through Europa, but
your group stage draw, August 26th. They're gonna be dropping draws, August 26th. Something to throw in there. No more away goals as tiebreakers in the knockout stage aggregates.
No.
Frowny face.
It's great.
I kind of like that.
I know. That was really, man, that made shit fucking crazy interesting.
Juve got fucked 2 years in a row with it.
That.
But
Right.
it does make Champions League a lot more fun. So what's going to happen?
It does. Well, you know what I like about it, man? You're down 2 goals. You're down 2 away goals. As a coach, you guys know this.
Yeah.
Man, that changes your entire game plan.
Absolutely.
Now people are just going to roll with whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, let's roll what we did last time. See, maybe we'll get a different result.
So what's the tiebreaker?
I guess they're just going to keep playing. Extra time, PKs.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. That sucks.
It does suck.
Fuck all that.
Yeah, all right, whatever.
Well, tell them about that Europa Conference League because we don't have enough soccer, Hugh.
This is weird. I still haven't fully wrapped my head around it. We have this quoted from a website. Europa Conference League. There will be a 3rd season-long UEFA men's football club competition for the first time in more than 20 years next season. When the UEFA Europa Conference League begins, that'll be the 20 years. We need to explain who will be involved and when the games will be played. In all, 184 teams will be involved over the course of the season, including at least one from each of the 55 associations and 46 clubs transferring from either the UEFA Champions League or the UEFA Europa League.
What in the world?
So, from what I've read, I think there's going to be like the fourth place teams. No, I don't want to try and reason through this. The third place teams in Champions League go down to Europa automatically. Right?
Yeah.
They go to the knockout stage.
Right.
Europa, I think if you finish in third, you go down to
Yeah.
Conference League now. And then how does Champions League work its way into this Conference League? Does the fourth place team in the Conference League make its way down to the fourth place team in Champions League make it down to the Conference League?
No.
I'm not sure, but I can tell you that the losers of the Champions League and Europa League qualifying are now eligible to qualify for the Conference League. And I can imagine that depending on the results of the Europa League and the Champions League, you'll then qualify for the Conference League. It's just more soccer. It's more money. It's more ticket sales.
Hats off to FIFA. Take the excitement out of
Holy
actual Champions
fuck.
League. Create even more soccer we didn't want.
My head hurts.
Once again. Good job, FIFA. Good fucking job.
Hey, what would you rather, Conference League or Super League?
Oh, okay. Hold on a minute.
Damn.
Hold on a minute.
I just did
I can
that.
tell you more people are probably watching that Super League, though.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to watch some Conference League today out of the 184 teams. Oh, who's in it? Oh, like
The
I don't know.
young boys.
Young Boys and
Red
Bohemia.
Star.
Red Star, and it's going to be great. It's going to be great.
Galatasaray's back in it.
We're going to find out countries that never even fucking existed in Europe thanks to conference. Maybe that's the whole point of it.
Yeah, maybe. Show
Maybe so.
awareness to Europe. I don't know.
It's like, oh, yeah, Andorra. That's right. Yeah, shit. That's right. Liechtenstein is a country. Yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah. What is it? Fuck, not the. What was the other one? Azerbaijan. Yeah,
Yeah.
Azerbaijan. Oh my God, forgot it was a country. Capital is Azerbaijan.
Lithuania, Latvia, Denmark are now competing in Conference League. Switzerland.
Well, hey, I can tell you the capital of Azerbaijan is Azerbaijan. Shout out to Coach Higgins.
Shout out to Coach Higgins.
Well,
Old big rig.
I remember that one, and I remember what's the capital of Djibouti?
Djibouti.
Booty.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
I'd be half asleep half the time. But goddamn, I remembered that on a fucking question the other day on the Chase. So
There you go.
there you go.
Cool.
Let me get on that. Ready to close this out?
Mm-hmm.
Zach, first of all, thank you for being here with us.
Absolutely, guys. Thank
We're
you for
gonna-
having me.
We always love having you on.
Yeah.
Enthusiastic. We love a Manchester United fan that actually has a brain, so that's good. It's good.
Sometimes.
And you're not taking a shit while you're talking with us.
It's
That's good.
fair. It's fair. I haven't left yet.
In the meantime, we need to open our prayer books really quick before we give a shout out.
While Booty's doing that, I gotta say, Zach, we're gonna get you on to do the USA World Cup qualifiers.
Okay.
I have a feeling those are gonna be very fun to break down because we are not gonna fuck this up
Nah,
for
well.
the second World Cup in a row.
Yeah.
Are we, Berhalter? Come on now, boy. Bring us back to the promised land now. Bring us back, Berhalter. Come on now. Booty, you gotta.
We're going to France today. You're in the prayer book.
Vive la France.
Vive la France. Fier, tremblay, la filet. La filet, la filet, la filet.
You butchered the fuck out of
Fier,
that.
fier, tremblay, la filet.
We need Fabrice.
We need Fabrice. It means make the nets quiver. That's why I picked. Ooh.
Wow.
It's very French and sexy.
Le quiver.
It's a synonym for scoring a goal. This being France, it could just as easily be a line from an erotic novel
You would pick that. I love
about a
this.
fisherman.
About a fisherman. Hey, you make my nets quiver.
You make my nets quiver.
That's awesome.
You want to pick one?
Sure. Why not?
Go for
Let's stay in France. I hope I can get back there.
I was page 97.
Oh, I'm right there.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
they can make
another erotic word.
Go for it.
Fessé, which means spanking.
Oh.
Used, as in English, to describe a heavy defeat, alternately known as a giffle or a slap.
Dude, the French could make a bag of garbage sexy. I swear to God. Love it. Love it. Keep it up,
God.
Frenchies.
Yeah.
It's time for that moment where we all get together and give a shout out to someone that we love or hate. Q has one.
I
Go
got
ahead.
one. Shout out to Simone Biles. Took a lot of courage to step down being on the Olympic stage, from what I heard, there's a lot of rumors going around. From what I heard, she got this thing called the twisties, which is when you get this like psychological shake, and as you're flipping in the air, you kind of lose track of where you're going to land.
Oh, shit.
I saw a video of her warming up 5 hours before the event, and you could see her face on the way down was just pure shock. Apparently, one of the announcers said that she was supposed to complete another twist and didn't. Luckily landed on her feet, but she was shook.
Damn.
And because of the caliber of the moves that she's doing, if she's got this psychological, I'm questioning myself, she could seriously hurt herself and just totally end her career. Not to mention the caliber of athletes we brought. The girl won a gold.
Yeah.
That stepped in for Simone Biles. So clearly we were fine with her stepping down.
Yeah.
Props to this girl. Props to Simone stepping down, giving this young lady a chance. Simone Biles.
Oh, yeah.
Letting everyone around the world know, hey, you don't have to get out your comfort zone if you don't want to. You know, if you feel down in your gut that you're not going to perform at the level that you think you can, hey, it's okay. Step down.
You can take a day off.
Exactly.
We've all done that.
Take a day off.
A mental day.
Yeah.
I used to call it.
Mental health.
So.
Was it? Yeah, mental health day.
Mental health day.
Yeah.
Zach, what you got?
Man, I'm going to shout out my boy Slick in Kansas City, who hosted me out there last week. I had a chance to go out there, spend some time with him and his family, and go watch a couple of U.S. games there at Children's Mercy Park. And got my photo with Busio, so that helps.
Dude, you got to send us that.
I did, so I just sent that to both of you.
Oh shit!
Yeah, we'll post that too.
Yeah, we're
post
definitely.
that.
Sounds
Post
good.
you, tag you in it, tag him in it.
So we were.
Oh, this
What
is
is
so
it?
cool.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
Zach in the black right
Yes. That's what's up, dude.
there. Well-timed photo. Holy
great.
shit!
It's on FS1
That's
and
fucking
everything.
fantastic.
We're gonna make something fun like
Yes.
Venezia scout Zach Daly
Yes.
getting an early look.
Dude,
at
wait.
Gianluca Busio.
That was the game in Kansas City?
Yeah, so that was the Martinique game. And so
Oh, cool.
I think it was like 6-1. But it's for him. He's really grown within this tournament, and I mean, if you rewatch today's game, threw in some nasty tackles, which were really good to see.
He was making some nasty tackles.
Yeah. So he's kind of starting to grow within that team, and so hopefully we'll see in the final against Mexico. Hopefully, it didn't ruin that for anybody, but it'll be U.S.-Mexico Gold Cup final.
Man, we'll see. That's one I'll watch. I have not watched much of the Gold Cup. I'll watch that one to see what's up with those MLS players.
Dude, my buddy who's also a big United fan, probably the second biggest United fan after yourself that I know. He was actually at that game too, and he was telling me, he's like, man, this dude is like, you could tell like his mentality's there, like he's seeing shit develop, and other players just aren't even catching up to it. He's putting through balls there that they're 2-3 steps behind. He said he reminded him of the haircut. It's like look like a Quadrado out there.
Oh yeah, a little bit. I'd tell you the kid to watch though is that Matthew Hoppe. Probably has been the best player for the U.S. this tournament, in my opinion.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
So I definitely keep an eye on him. He's with I think he's
Shout out
with
to him.
Schalke.
I know he's at Schalke right now.
Yeah.
That's a rough situation for him.
Very impressed with him with both of those players this tournament.
6'3", 20 years old.
Oh, he'll get scooped up.
Whoa, was he a Barcelona?
Didn't know that. I remember that
so-
day he had the hat trick.
So he's got an interesting story, man. I think he was with LA Galaxy. They cut him as like an academy player. Then he got into like one of Barcelona's, like one of those academies here in the U.S. They picked him up. I'm not sure if he went to La Mesa at all.
Barca Residency Academy.
Okay, so
Wow.
he found his way to Schalke.
Damn.
Yeah, the kid has some
Garcia de
really
Cal-
good off the ball movement, man.
This is wow. I've never seen this. This is cool.
Well, damn.
Yeah, we're gonna have to look into that. That's
Yeah,
really cool.
man.
Booty, who's your shout out?
Mountain Dew. Baja Blast. It's in a
Again,
motherfucking can now, dude.
That's amazing.
You don't
That's
have
awesome.
to go to Taco Bell to get a fucking Baja Blast.
Wow.
I drank a 12-pack in 3 days. My wife was like, "You haven't drank alcohol. I'm getting fucking worried."
Wow.
I literally replaced. I was like, soft drink, soft drink, soft drink. I was like, I don't even want any fucking. I didn't want a beer. She's like, "This is weird." I was like, "I know. I gotta go get more fucking Baja Blast."
You're all jacked up on Baja Blast.
Yes, dude. I wasn't drinking coffee in the morning. I was doing fucking Baja Blast. And it was a
man.
great way to start the day. I know. It didn't feel great, when I went to play 6v6 the next, on Sunday, but it's just
Sweat
it's so
it
great.
out.
But yeah, you can get that shit in a fucking can now. You don't have to go get a taco.
Should we reach out to them as a sponsor?
Dude, they better. That'd be a great logo on the front, wouldn't it?
Damn.
Wouldn't that? Footy Fetish jerseys. Well, let's do it. Let's wrap it up. You know what goes great with Baja Blast? Nova Acai.
Yeah.
You mix that shit together. You get cancer. You get cure for cancer all in one. just throw those together.
Wow.
It's fucking great.
That's
Go see
awesome.
Hugh
Yeah.
if you need it. Follow us on the Instas, the Twitters for the Twatters, the Facebooks. Our Facebook sucks. We hate Facebook. I'm on it every now and then, but
I love I need to get onto. I love Facebook.
yeah, I used to be more of a Facebook dude, and then I just kept reading dumb people's shit, and I was just like,
Yep.
so sick of unfollowing you and you. And, oh god, I gotta take a break. After a while, you're just like, I'm exhausted. I need a Baja Blast to get through Facebook. But anyway, it's been a blast. Thank you again, Zach.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Zach.
We love you. Keep it up. Keep the good work up for the U.S. men. I got nothing else. Hugh, do you?
I'm good.
Hugh.
It's been so long since you've thrown those at me, man.
I've been telling my brother about it. He loves it. And I was like, just start it up randomly.
Oh,
somewhere.
God. Yeah, whatever.
This has been the Footy Fetish Show, where the fetish is real and the footy is soccer. Peace out, Boy Scouts.